What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. This is Mo Crypto, and guys, today we're going to be talking about Dripx, doing a quick review after day 4 into the protocol. Now, day 4 is looking bleak for a lot of people, but I mean, for me, it's just another day in crypto. So what has happened is the token price has been dumping heavily in the last 24 hours. So that's down about 55%. And you guys can see that when we first launched on the 22nd, we had a 9.8x from launch price. So I mean, you would expect people to take some profits at this point, right? So you see a lot of people buying in, then selling, then buying back in, then selling, then buying back in, selling. There's no miners that are getting released yet, which is why this is not people dumping from receiving tokens from the protocol. It's just people that are trading the currency on an everyday basis, which is, I mean, expected. This is crypto. When you get a 10x, you're gonna get some retracement back, right? So this is actually giving me an opportunity to buy some Dripx right now so I can stake it. So I'll show you guys that in just a few moments. So anyways, I just want to give you my thoughts on this. Yes, there's a lot of red today, but I just have a feeling that this is just in relation to a lot of people trading. Day 8 is really what's going to tell us more about how the protocol community is going to react. Are more people going to be staking, or are everybody going to be just taking profits like, you know, like they don't really understand how the protocol works? Now, this is one of the graphics that has been circulating for a couple of hours now, and it's really the essence of the protocol. What people have to understand is that Dripx is not the token that you should aim to take profits in. Dripx is merely a token that you can earn BNB from. It's your middleman to earn some more BNB. Would you rather get Dripx, which is super fluctuating in value like this, or would you like to get something like BNB, which has been on a freaking tear the last year, right? Look at this. It has been doing some crazy numbers, and it has reached all the way to $600. Now, these are two different cryptocurrencies that you have to keep in mind, and you have to ask yourself, would I want to be claiming some Dripx for profits? Would I want to claim some BNB for profits? And clearly, the right answer here is BNB, because the liquidity is so huge. So if somebody would sell $100,000 worth of BNB, it won't damage the Dripx protocol that much. And this is something that a lot of people might not understand when they're seeing this dashboard money, as Max has been saying for a little while now. I mean, these are some of the miners that I've created, and when people see ROI of 15,000% and putting in $200, getting out $38,000 out of the protocol, they're thinking this is where I should be taking my profits. Whereas obviously this is not where you should be taking out your profits. Anyways, the day that these miners are going to be released, these values are going to drop heavily. Obviously, nobody's going to be getting these returns. This is just something that is in as a placeholder, let's say, for when the actual tokens are going to be available. People are going to be selling, people are going to be staking, and that's when true value is going to start showing up, right? And now your job here is to figure out, are you going to be staking, and are you going to start earning some BNB on a 8-day, 28-day, 90-day, 369-day, 888-day cycle? Or are you going to be selling and taking your profits one shot, and that'll be the end of it, right? And you are depositing more money into the protocol to create miners that are going to mine some Dripx for you. You are essentially starting the whole process, right? Because you're depositing BNB into the platform, you're earning Dripx, but then you have to decide, are you going to stake it or sell it, right? If you're staking the Dripx back into the ecosystem, then that's going to give you more BNB, and then you get to deposit that BNB again to earn more Dripx, and then earn that Dripx, deposit it back in the ecosystem, earn some more BNB, and that cycle is going to keep on going. But if one day, out of nowhere, there's no more people depositing more BNB to create some miners, then there's going to be no BNB that's being paid out on all those cycles that we just talked about, right? So when people are depositing BNB to create some miners, 67% of that BNB is actually sent to a part of the contract that is buying and burning Dripx off of the market. So we talked about this earlier, but what's happening is it's buying Dripx from the market using wrap drip on PancakeSwap v3. All the bought Dripx is burnt, making Dripx scarcer over time. So essentially, it's going to be something that over time is going to make the wrap drip token a bit more important in the whole process and help, you know, shape its form into the ecosystem, make Dripx the main token of the platform more scarce, more valuable over time. But that's not all. There's another 28% of the BNB that is used to make miners that's being sent out to all those payout cycles. So this is the payout cycles that are going to be rewarding users based on the number of shares that they have. So it's based off of the number of Dripx tokens that they have staked. So if you want to earn big BNB, then you have to have big amount of Dripx staked in the platform. The more you have staked, the larger your position of BNB being paid out to you on a cycle basis, right? Users get BNB as a reward, encouraging participation and community engagement. Now, I don't see any reason to stake Dripx into the platform other than staking it for 3,500 days. Because if history has taught us anything, the Titan X token has plummeted to the floor and it's not really worth that much, right? So in my opinion, I'd rather get Ethereum than get the Titan X token. So the same thing is really applied here. In my opinion, I'd rather get some BNB rather than get Dripx tokens. So if I'm going to be buying some Dripx tokens, I'm going to be staking them for 3,000 days so I can get the most return possible, which is 350%, so that I can get the most BNB possible. But the most important thing for us right now is the 28% that's being sent out to the payout cycles. Now, what is really happening to this 28%? If you guys remember the BNB Payouts Dripx stakers slide that we talked about, there's 28% of the 28% that's going to the 8-day cycles. There's 28% of the remainder that's going to the 28-day cycle, and then 18% to the 90-day cycle, and then 18% to the 369-day cycle, and then 8% going to the 888-day cycle. So going back to my example, if there's nobody depositing BNB, then the 8-day cycles, every time they're going to come around, there's going to be no BNB to give out because nobody is actually staking. But even if on day one we started putting more BNB to create miners, there's an 8% of the 28% that's being sent to the 888 day. So it's building up and building up and building up from day one all the way till day 888. So for the 8-day cycle and the 28-day cycle for the first payout, there's already 983 BNB and 983 BNB on each one of those pools, right? For the 90-day cycle and 369, there's right now 632 in each one of those. And then the 888 day, there's 281. So let's say so far in 4 days, we've gotten 281 BNB. And what's going to happen is if in the next 4 days, we have the exact same scenario playing out, there's going to be another 281 BNB deposited into this contract. And this keeps on going up until day 888. Right now, we're only at 0.45% completed from that first 888 day cycle. So this number is going to keep increasing and increasing and increasing. This number is going to be humongous. So yes, a lot of people are wondering, am I going to actually be getting my 56 cents on the 8-day cycle? And the answer is probably you are, because there's enough liquidity for the 8-day BNB to get that payout, right? So this is based off of your share in the ecosystem. The bigger your bag staked in here, the better rewards you're going to be getting out of it in terms of BNB. So I hope this kind of explains it. These BNB cycles are going to reset, right? So the 8-day cycle, once we reach the 100% mark, which is funny, right now we're at 50%. Once we reach the 100% mark, this is going to be given out to all the people that are staking on the platform. So this number is going to reset to 0 and is going to accumulate based off of the new miners that are going to be created as of then. So this number might be much lower coming the next 8-day cycle. This could be 400. It could be 500. It could be 800. It could be 1200. This number could be way more than it is right now if FOMO kicks in. Same thing with the 28-day cycle. Once we hit the first 28-day cycle, that miner is going to reset and a new number of BNB is going to be added to this protocol. So based off of this whole background that I just gave you guys, this 983-day cycle is going to reset, but this is going to remain the same until we hit the 28-day cycle. So I hope this is kind of clear. Once it's time and those payout cycles are going to be up, you're going to come to the top of the screen over here and you're going to click on claim and you're going to get your share of BNB that's available for you to claim. I hope you guys kind of understand this whole idea now of the payouts, and keep in mind as well that if BNB goes up in value, then the portion that you're going to be getting, like I'm going to be getting this amount of BNB. I'm not getting 56 cents. I'm getting this amount of BNB. So if BNB does a 10x, then I'm going to be making a 10x of the amount of BNB that I'm getting in dollar value. So this is all bullish all around, right? So in my opinion, if I am going to be mining, then I'm going to take all the, like not all, probably I'm going to take at least 2/3 of the profits that I'm going to be getting from my Dripx miners and putting that in the stake. Because the more stakes you have, the more BNB you earn, and at the end of the day, the BNB is what I want to be accumulating, especially going on to the bull run. Now, before we enter this video, I'm going to go ahead and make a small buy of Dripx because I do have some tokens in my wallet. So we're going to go ahead and buy with some BUSD. So I did find some 40 bucks in my wallet. I'm going to just use the whole thing. All right, perfect. So you guys can see over here, we've bought our Dripx. So it's about $41. You can decide what amount of days you want to stake it. I think the max amount of days is 3,500. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole thing, because the bigger your days of staking, the bigger reward you're going to be getting, right? So I'm going to be getting 350% extra bonus, because the longer I stake it, the better my number of shares is going to be. So you're going to go ahead and stake that. What do you mean, bro? According to the calculator, if I am going to be staking this 41,000, I think it's 41,000, 42, 44, 48, this 48,000, according to this calculator, then I'm going to be making about $17 in the next 8-day payout. So if we go to the payout section, right now I do have my 281 shares, and you guys can see that in the next 8-day cycle, I'm going to be paid out $18. So the more you stake into the protocol, the bigger your share and the bigger amount of BNB you're going to be getting out of the protocol. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take $18 every 8 days. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be awesome. And obviously this number might change, but for now it is what it is. And I'm okay with it, right? I'm super okay with it. And obviously, if the price of Dripx keeps dumping, then that means that you can get Dripx at a cheaper price. If it pumps, then at least your value is higher when it gets unlocked. You know what I mean? That's really the end of it. If you guys have any question on anything discussed today, please leave it in the comment section below. I hope this helped. If it did, please like the video, subscribe, share with your friends, and let's get it.